She told him,
"Need to do that T.I. little yellow motherfucker, long hair freak. That little motherfucker don't know how to fight either. Get them, y'all baby, this rapper, baby. Go drop him off over his cousin."
T.I. just shocked everybody by pulling up live to confront Charleston White after the controversial commentator kept throwing shots at his son, King Harris. The clash went down during a surprise stream when T.I. suddenly appeared on Charleston's feed, demanding answers for dragging his family into the drama. The energy shifted instantly. T.I., visibly heated, told Charleston straight, "Play with me if you want, but leave my boy out of it." His eyes locked on the camera, and it was clear he wasn't here for games. Charleston, known for his over-the-top clapbacks, tried laughing it off at first. But then, he doubled down, calling King entitled and reckless. Fans in the live chat went wild. Some begged T.I. to log off before things exploded, while others hyped him up for standing tall for his son. Within minutes, clips of the fiery showdown went viral, spreading across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. People called it one of T.I.'s rawest and most unfiltered moments ever. This wasn't just a random internet argument. It highlighted how messy things have gotten between hip-hop legends and internet personalities, chasing clout with viral hot takes. T.I. drew a clear line in the sand. His family was off limits. But the feud only got hotter once King's arrest became part of the conversation. That bombshell poured gasoline on an already burning fire, and suddenly the Harris family name was dominating headlines everywhere. What should have been a moment of shine for the Harris legacy has now flipped into non-stop negative press. King's unpredictable behavior in recent months set the stage, and Charleston White wasted no time turning it into viral content. Known for stirring the pot, Charleston mocked King's troubles, fueling a feud that exploded across platforms with subliminals, threats, and non-stop debates, keeping the spotlight blazing. The clash also dragged new attention to King's legal situation, which traces back to an arrest a few months ago. Details around the charges remain unclear, but the mystery only made fans speculate more, linking it to his string of reckless behavior and risky run-ins. By the time the cuffs were slapped on, King already had a reputation for being unpredictable, but that arrest cemented it. And now, with Charleston throwing shade and T.I. fighting back, the drama is bigger than ever.
Hi.
I can talk how I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant.
Now, the whole saga has turned into a hotbed of speculation. Some believe even a short stint behind bars might finally snap King Harris into focus, while others argue it'll only drag him deeper into the drama. But instead of showing regret, King flipped the script. He wore his arrest like a badge of honor. Rather than laying low, he leaned into the chaos, treating jail time like a stamp of toughness, echoing the old-school street legends of hip-hop. But instead of silencing critics, this move only lit the fire hotter, sparking fierce debates about whether he's chasing clout by copying a lifestyle built on chaos and street credibility. Once released, King doubled down, posting his mugshot and clips like trophies, bragging about his time behind bars. Within minutes, the posts went viral, racking up views and triggering mixed reactions. Some laughed him off as embarrassing, while others blasted him for glorifying jail just to grab attention. One viral comment summed it up: "He's so happy he went to jail." Another wrote, "He wants to be gangster so bad." The internet wasn't holding back. Many said King seemed desperate to prove himself, confusing toughness with credibility, drawing comparisons to T.I.'s own history with the law.
Oh.
I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmama, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep this shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it.
As the chatter grew too loud to ignore, T.I. finally broke his silence, hopping on Instagram to speak directly to millions of followers. He admitted his son had reached a stage where accountability mattered far more than dad stepping in to shield him. T.I. laid it out plainly. King had to feel the full weight of his own choices. No shortcuts. No constant protection. He stressed that real growth only comes when you face the hard lessons life throws your way. T.I. even added that he believed a higher power would eventually guide his son toward manhood, maturity, and responsibility, even if the journey turned out rough. But just as T.I.'s heartfelt message began to resonate, King dove headfirst into another mess that had the internet dragging him all over again. This time, it all went down at a Waffle House in Atlanta, and unbelievably, it started over something as small as pickles on his order. Instead of brushing it off, King blasted the scene on Instagram Live, letting thousands watch a minor mix-up spiral into a spectacle on stream. King came in hot, snapping at employees with sharp words and zero respect. Viewers cringed as the back-and-forth escalated, with one worker finally stepping up and telling him to chill. Instead of de-escalating, King doubled down, raising his voice and pushing the situation further. Clips spread like wildfire online, sparking fresh outrage. And then came the moment that really set critics off. King bragged on camera that the cash in his pocket was more than the worker could make in an entire year. That arrogant flex sent the backlash into overdrive. Witnesses later claimed he even threatened to pistol whip a staff member before storming out. What started as a simple mix-up over pickles had now exploded into a viral scandal, shredding his already fragile public image.
He had to say.
Now, T.I., you raising these kind of little yellow motherfuckers? You got a yellow motherfucker look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. If your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow motherfucker. I shoot him right in his goddamn throat.
Once the footage spread online, the internet went wild. Fans and critics demanded answers from T.I., blasting him for letting his son spiral out unchecked. Social media lit up with fiery debates about parenting, privilege, and respect. Many pointed out that King's repeated blow-ups were creating a dangerous pattern that could wreck his reputation for good. T.I.'s response was the same as before, measured but firm. He told people there wasn't much more he could do. According to him, he and King had already spoken about the drama behind closed doors, and now his son had to deal with the consequences of his own actions. T.I. tried flipping the narrative by highlighting King's wins, reminding folks that his son graduated with honors and had other accomplishments that shouldn't be erased by one viral meltdown. He wanted the public to see the good, not just the ugly moment caught on camera, but the internet wasn't buying it. Commenters came in hard, saying achievements don't cancel out disrespect, and that King's behavior revealed deeper issues he couldn't hide. The Waffle House scandal quickly morphed into a larger debate about humility, accountability, and basic respect for service workers, topics that hit harder than ever in today's viral culture, where arrogance can get exposed in seconds.
The red and blue lights, man, save a nigga's life, huh?
I shoot him right in his goddamn
The
throat.
backlash only grew when T.I. publicly brushed off the scandal like it was no big deal. Critics called it a dangerous disconnect, arguing that downplaying King's outburst made T.I. look blind to the damage and weak as a parent. No matter how polished his defense sounded, the public saw it as enabling behavior that could drag the Harris family name even deeper into the mud. The fiasco fueled fears that King's behavior was spiraling out of control with nobody stepping in to check him. That's when Charleston White swooped in. Known for exposing hypocrisy online and never holding back, Charleston couldn't resist jumping on King's meltdown. He went live multiple times, firing shots straight at King Harris. Charleston told viewers that reckless young dudes chasing clout always end up learning the hard way once real life kicks in. More than once, he even offered direct advice, telling King to stop fronting like he was built for the streets because, in Charleston's words, he didn't come from that. Of course, King didn't stay quiet for long. Once he caught wind of Charleston's comments, he clapped back on his own live stream. Instead of brushing it off, King escalated things immediately, straight up threatening to beat Charleston down in front of thousands watching live. The exchange turned into a win for Charleston, who used it to double down on his attacks and paint himself as the voice of reason while making King look childish and out of control. King fired back harder, putting Charleston's reputation on blast. He accused him of always running to the police whenever beefs got too hot, basically weaponizing law enforcement. The crazy part? That accusation lined up with Charleston's own brand. He's bragged for years about calling the cops as a way to teach lessons to people who cross him. That twist only poured gas on the fire. Once King's threats hit the internet, Charleston wasted no time flipping it into entertainment. He went live across multiple platforms, replaying King's words, mocking him, and laughing in front of thousands while the drama racked up views.
The hell is it more newsworthy to report that this man got into an argument with a fucking short order cook? And less important, to speak about the fact that he graduated with honors on the A&B honor roll at 17, not even 18 yet. Why is this? I don't understand what world we're living in. Well, this is what we rather promote.
Charleston didn't back down. Instead, he flipped the situation into fuel for his argument. He claimed King was acting reckless, immature, and digging himself into a deeper mess. In his usual style, Charleston went on a long online rant, saying he'd keep documenting every move and even hinting that outside authorities might get involved if things escalated further. He framed himself as someone exposing the risks of reckless online behavior, turning King's meltdown into content that only grew his own platform and poured gasoline on their feud. The internet wasted no time reacting. Clips from Charleston's live streams spread across every platform, drawing hundreds of comments. Some viewers argued he was outsmarting King, flipping the story and making him look foolish. Others, however, said Charleston was crossing a line by provoking a young man already under heavy public scrutiny. His mention of involving authorities made things even messier, raising the stakes in a way no one could ignore. Meanwhile, gossip blogs and hip-hop pages jumped in quickly, posting screenshots, replays, and every possible detail. Social feeds flooded with receipts. What might have been a short-lived clash had now spiraled into a full-blown online circus with King Harris at the center. The story took on three main angles: King's struggling public image, T.I.'s role as a father, and Charleston's relentless commentary. Each part kept feeding the other, creating a cycle that refused to die down. At this point, it wasn't about trading words anymore. It had become a lesson in how quickly online disputes can snowball into real consequences, media storms, and family drama under the public eye. The line, and were bordering on intimidation, while others felt T.I.'s response carried undertones of retaliation. A divided debate erupted. Was T.I. simply defending his family, or was he escalating the situation further? Social media split right down the middle. Timelines and live streams filled with heated discussions about free speech, parenting, and the dangers of letting online drama run unchecked in today's digital age. By week's end, what had started as a fiery clash had evolved into a cultural conversation touching on hip-hop, generational divides, and how public figures handle criticism in front of millions. Now the big question remains: will this storm calm down? Or is it about to explode into something even bigger with the world watching? With every post, every comment, and every live stream getting dissected, the tension keeps climbing. So, what's your take on the feud between T.I., King Harris, and Charleston White? Is this heading toward a breaking point? Or will it fade away with time? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist in this wild saga.